Generic greetings and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. In the previous episode, we finally got our crops up and running. The hydroponic system is sort of put in. There's a lot of changes we could make to it, but you could say that pretty much about the entire colony. It's gone beyond the original scope of just this little bit, and because of that, we're having a lot of issues, mainly running out of resources like coal and algae, which we're going to try and resolve this episode, but understand that actually, there's not really a long-term solution to this thing just yet. There's no trading or anything like that, so I don't really know where we need to go. The way to get off the well, to get off coal and get off the algae, there's really only two ways to go as far as I can see. The first thing is, in order to generate oxygen, I'm using algae to get rid of the carbon dioxide. The other way to do it is to completely overhaul it and have, where is it? It is in refinement. Have a is it not in front? No, it's being oxygen, won't it? So the air scrubber, which filters carbon dioxide and removes it from the air, but that also requires liquid intake, and so you need water for that. In order to make energy, you're probably best going for a hydrogen generator, and the way to do that, or way to get that, you've also got natural gas as well, but I've never found that in the game. But in order to get hydrogen, you're probably best going for an electrolyzer. Produces oxygen and hydrogen using piped in water. So basically you need loads of water, and there is lots of water around here. We got there. This is polluted, but we should be able, I believe, to refine that. Is there a way to convert slime to algae? What purify? Yes, sand to purify polluted water. So we could take all of this water and put it into a reservoir and then use that water to get well, essentially water for the scrubbing and also heat dissipation, and also then converted with the de-electrolyzer to get hydrogen and oxygen, and then use that hydrogen to power hydrogen generators. But that is pretty much a long-term solution, which I don't think we'll get to because it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. Anyway, we'll go to digging here, because what we want to do is dig out all of this, because this is a lot of algae, and we'll dig that bit out, and then we'll go for just a straight tile that goes right down the bottom. Now obviously we also want to dig out this little bit here, but we'll just see how it goes, because the plan is to, well, there's also some mealwood seeds there as well. We'll also probably go for maybe this reservoir here and pump it up, but that's going to be a bit more problematic as well. Obviously, a lot of comments pointing out towards this thing, saying it in finished. Yes, I'm very well aware that it is far from perfect. Originally, we were going to put mealwood in there, but we just can't because of, well, we don't have any seeds. And if I rip these out of the ground and try to put them in here, we'll have a lot of problems because, well, they're the only thing keeping us alive. Why is that idle? Is people idle? Ah, because he's stuck, because the game is fun like that. Okay, can you get up? Nope, he can't, so we're gonna have to... How did he get down there? I don't know how he managed to get down there. There we go. Right. Anyway, so yes, we can't really get rid of these mealwood bits, because if we do that, we will then not have enough lice to make lice law for them to feed the rest of the colonists. So yeah, that's the issue we have. We do have some more seeds, which is good. We might be able to get another planter box in if we get... See, I'd really like to rip all of these out of the ground, put them over this side, put some more hydroponic farms this side, pump the fresh water to that side, and pump the polluted water to this side, because polluted water, these grow better in polluted water. Yeah, polluted water it likes. We'll see. That guy just... Was that Marie? No, Joshua just fell on the floor for no reason. Hey ho. Anyway, so this is ideal air pressure. This is... what is it? It is predicted good yield. So we want a good yield. Which is fine, because the calories are about the same. Yeah, the calories are not even about the same. They are definitely the same. And also, you get a seed to replant them. So that's fine. That is good. But that's only on your final harvest, though. It's only on the final harvest. That's his gas vent overpressure. Yeah, it is a gas vent overpressure. Still loads of carbon dioxide around here, as you can see, but it's not a big problem. It's just, it is what it is. We haven't got any research set, so maybe set... we've got a med base or mesh tile, which can be used to floor on the wall to tile build rooms. does not obstruct the flow of liquid or gas. Ah, okay, that's what it's for. Hydrogen generator, natural gas generator. This is insulation, which is a textile factory. We'll go for that one because we've never actually had one before, although it is 40 research points. So it'll probably take quite some time. We've still got microbusher lacking resources. We'll just check our reports for yesterday, and we can see no wasted electricity. We've got good calorie generation, and overall not doing too bad. But the problem, as I said, is essentially if we go to organic, we've got reducing. Well, we've got algae that's going right down, and in terms of our coal, which is consumable ore, we've got 5,000 coal, mainly because we've been doing all of this. Digging all of this out. That's also chlorine as well. I would like to go in there and get some of these plants, but it might be a little bit risky. We've got loads of slime over here. I'm just trying to think of what the best way of going about. I don't know what the best way of going about this is. I'm leaning towards really calling the colony done. The thing is, I would really would like to progress on further, but in order to change all of these, it'll be a bit of a nightmare. So I'm not too sure. Let's just get these couple of days over with and see how we go from there. What's that? Someone turned the compost heap over? Yes, they are. It would be nice to get a... where is it? Fertilizer maker. Uses polluted water to produce fertilizer. Well, we do have a lot of polluted water. All over the place, in fact. Question is, do we want to do that? No reason why we couldn't. This is just digging all the fertilizer out, but you can see all of this, look. It's about a break. We might have to do that because then this polluted water will go in, and if we have that happen, then we might have a big issue there. In fact, we've already got leakage. Just trying to get that done. The advantage of putting this bottom bit in is that it's reduced the carbon dioxide level from around here further down, which is good. Because obviously we're kicking out a lot of oxygen. In fact, I didn't check yesterday how much our oxygen is. Oh, good net profit. That's fine then. That's okay. So, is there any seeds anywhere that I could use? I don't think there is there? Don't think there is. So, edible is now down to 7,000 calories. Lice loaf. Are we going to have to just make mush bars again? I think we are. Because otherwise, we're going to starve. I think that's going to be the inevitable thing anyway. I mean, you can only go so far. A lot of people have said and told me the buttons for turning on the console commands. You can turn on the dev console and essentially put stuff in. I'm not against that, certainly not, but I want to obviously try and avoid that. And I think the best way of doing it is if we were going to. If we're getting to that stage, then it's pretty much colony done with, which I think we're sort of progressing towards anyway. I've told them to do that, but they're not doing it. Anyway, max speed it. Oh, it is max speed it. They still have the issues with the circuits that I've mentioned a couple of episodes ago about essentially we've got too much power going through the grids. What we'd have to do is really overhaul the entire electrical system. And let's have a quick look at the power grid. That's the grid. Actually, that's not even connected there, which is very strange. That should be connected. Not that it matters, because it's only powering that, which we don't want anyway, and there's a gap. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, we have the power grid, as you can see, and everything's connected to everything. That's how it is, apart from this weird section here for whatever reason. I don't know why that bit is connected. That one I know is not connected because I forced it not to. But, why on earth that bit is not connected, I don't know. But yes, all the grids connected to each other. But the problem is that this standard gauge wire can only handle a kilowatt. Whereas we've got, I think it's, yeah, generally it's over about Well, it says 2.7 kilowatts there, see that? So the maximum load on this wire is 2.7, which is why it's burning out a lot of the time. We have to repair it. So the only way to fix that was to use the heavy watt wire, which can carry 20 kilowatts. But you can't use that connected directly up to this stuff. So what you need to have is a power transformer. So what you'll do, you'll have the generators take that stuff somewhere, then you have a power transformer, and then you split it out. So you have different substations, but that's a massive overhaul of the entire system anyway, and I think the time it would take to do that would just be intolerable, to be quite honest with you. I don't think we'd ever get there. Obviously these are no seed planted. I'm just trying to think, well, I'm trying to see what they're actually doing. Are they actually making food? Yes they are, but they're making it out of, sadly, algae, which is where we have more of an issue. Right, let's dig quite far to our left here. So we're going to dig right along and then up, and we're going to mine out a lot of this stuff here. Obviously it's going to take a while to dig through this section, but once we're into this, we'll dig out all of that, and we'll just have to use a ladder essentially, like that, and we should be able to dig that out. Actually, cancel that. Dig all that. Ladder up this side, perhaps? Yeah. And then one up there. I think that's right. And obviously we can go down and we can start mining all of this. We're into Minecraft territory now. So, we'll just get rid of that and we'll put a manual airlock in. But it means we can use, like, essentially we'll mine this out like veins. That's what we'll do. And there's a lot of algae and such. And then we need to convert it, though. In order to convert it, we need to have a biodistiller convert slime into algae. And what does it take? So it needs a liquid output pipe. Green goop goes in, green goop comes out. So how does that even function? I don't even know how that works. That's research completed, which is a textile factory, which we haven't got, which I've never built. So I'm going to build one just to see what it's like. Obviously you need that for different clothing in order to... Let me just connect that up. In order to go into places like this, which is, as you can see, minus 25 degrees and 30 degrees, and it's getting colder depending on how far we go in. So yeah, that's a lot of ice and such. And yes, you can melt that ice to get water, as far as I'm aware. That would make sense, wouldn't it? But yeah, you can also get steam as well. You can get hotter areas. In fact, there's natural gas, and that's a natural gas geyser. First time I've seen a natural gas thing. It's quite far up though, so what we'd have to do is have a massive pipe going up there. Oh, that's huge. That's hugely problematic. We're not generating as much oxygen as we need to, but I'm trying to resolve that. The best way of going about that is... Well, let's actually prioritise this, because I want to get this textile factory up and running just to see what it looks like. There we go. Is that a mannequin? Yes, that is a mannequin. I'm guessing you'll... I hope you don't stand there and it shoots loads of thread around you. That would be... dodgy. Anyway, how's our coal? 87,000. More than enough then to power us for quite some time. And if not, we've got this to dig out as well. We've also got a lot of copper, which is advantageous. Obviously, lots of breathable gas up here. All this is sectioned off, so that whatever's got there is just leached through somehow. Because there's no gas permeable tiles. If we go over to Yeah, look at that. That's our oxygen overlay. You can see all of our main living area is breathable. This one isn't, which is slightly problematic. This one and around here, these are accessible with the airlocks, as you can see, but it's not something we generally go in and do something with. What I'm going to actually do is, see that air deodorizer? I'm going to disable the building, because we don't need to have that on all the time. Now, we've got a little bit of contaminated oxygen, but not a lot, and I don't think we need that on, to be quite honest with you. So there we go, that's now turned off. So we'll prioritise that to level 9. I want to get that. Oh, done. It's already been done, that's fine. There's our mannequin. Now you can say a snazzy suit, a cool vest, and a warm sweater. So the warm sweater, you need reed fibre, which I'm guessing you get from that thing, a thimble reed, which will almost certainly produce, yeah, reed fibre. There it is, in fact. So that's why you need to get them. Okay, now we know. We've also got snazzy suit, which is increases decor in a small area effect around the wearer. Okay, fine. Cool vest. Protects the wearer from heat by decreasing insulation. And warm sweater. It protects the wearer from cold. Okay. So that's fine. Now we know. Look at that. Yeah, mannequin and that. We're not going to set it going. I don't think we need to set that going at the moment. It's not something we want to really bother with. But we are going to get this algae. So let's go for a refinement biodistiller. Convert slime to algae. What is worrying is that it has an output pipe. So why does it have an output pipe is my question. Like, what happens? Does it have to be placed somewhere? Like, does it output that somewhere? I'm going to place it there and just to see what happens. Does it just dump it there? Is that what it means? I really don't know. And we'll max that out. We'll say priority 9. And how is our... Both these coal generators are idle. Ah, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm just focusing on... I was trying to figure out why on earth that's idle. That says pipe blocked. And that's generally blocked because... Too much pressure, I believe. I think it's too much pressure. Where's the pipe work? That's the gas pipe. There you go. That's going down. Oh, crap! Because I removed that, it's not pumping it anymore. Oopsie. Not liquid pipe, gas pipe. There we go. I was wondering. Hang on, why is that not doing the thing? It's not doing the thing that I've told it to do, and this is now filling up. Actually, it's... Oh. What is the pressure in there? That's decor value. Yeah, we know it's ugly in there. Unbreathable because of all the carbon dioxide. The pressure is a little bit higher in there, I believe. Oh no. Anyway, that should then get pumped into here once, well, if we have don't have overpressure. So that will start pumping this carbon dioxide down there when it can. Looks like our biodistiller is now up and running. So we'll go to power, electrical cable, and connect that up like so. Looks like they are digging in here, as you can see. Good job we don't have to worry about the ceiling coming in or anything like that. There's some granite, I don't need to bother with that one. They does have some good... it does have some very good statistics that when you're building like your flooring and such like that. So you've got different like insulated tiles, and obviously you'll pick something that's very good for that, and it'll change the statistics slightly, but I'm not really too worried at the moment about that. But anyway, that's our gas pipe in there. It's all fixed up. We've got... that digging into there. We've got this now connected up. It says no liquid output. But where does it go? Where does it... I don't know what it means. What does it mean? Right, so it's going to output it. I understand this, but where does it... Does it just dump it somewhere? Like, do I literally do that and it just... Does it just dump it right below? Well, we'll test it. There you go. We'll try that out. It says algae out, so is it just going to be a big slosh of algae that just go poof and just like slam onto there? Well, it probably might do. Yeah, it might do. We'll see. What is still worrying is there's still loads of sand to pick up. So should we go to sweep again? And say sweep level 9, sweep level 9, sweep level 9, sweep level 9. Yes, we've had this problem before, but our stress is 48% rather than the huge problem that it was before. And let's hopefully sweep all that up. That's unreachable, I'm aware of, yes. Yeah, I'm aware of that. We'll just cancel it, don't really care. Alright, done. So there's some meal lice there. Edible, 31,000 calories, so we're going to cancel that now. How is our bristle blossom? It's taking a while to grow, but it's going to be a good yield once it's there. I don't know if we have harvested anymore. Harvest remaining 4. Irrigation is good. Fertilization is good. It's 5.1 cycles for the next one. It takes ages to grow that thing. Absolutely ages. In terms of reports, we've got reduction in stress, calorie positive generation, a little bit of power wastage, which is interesting. However, we generated a lot of it, and overall it's pretty good. So there is our liquid vent, and it is outputting polluted water. And yep, it does just output polluted water. Right, now we know this. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. Disabled building. And, oh yeah, we're going to just pollute. Oh god, oh, it's all dripped into there, and please prioritize that. Please prioritize the turning off of the thing. Right. So now we know what it does. Let's mop the floor, shall we? And mop that. So, we could then place that somewhere else. As a temporary solution, we could always move it in here and then pump the water back in and pump it to here. And that would make sense because of where this is. Okay, let's do that. Liquid pipes. Deconstruct all of that. And then what we'll do, we'll have to have the pipe network on. Right, we will deconstruct that. The biodistiller in. No, I'm gonna have to deconstruct all of that. There's that deconstructed. Biodistiller goes in here. Alright. And then we'll have, with plumbing, the liquid pipe going out and along. Not connected up, as you can see. And then we'll have all that dug out, like that. Prioritize that at level 10. All of this as well. And once that's dug out, we should be able, and this is a really, really, really hacky way of doing it, put that in there, and then connect that up. Now, the reason why it's a hack is because that's going to output this polluted water into this tank. And you can see we've also got this. When that pumps, it will pump it up and then into that, and then drip it back out. So actually, this pump is completely pointless. But remember, that was only put in as a temporary solution to, well, that was put in as a solution to feed the meal wood stuff. But we're not using meal wood in here. We've got mealwood here instead, and as you can see, it's now no seed available. The problem is that we're not producing enough. We're not producing enough of this mealwood seeds to replant. You need to increase the harvest, you see. So we're only trending towards. That's trending towards standard yield. Standard yield being you get 800 calories of meal lice. If you get a good yield, you get 1,600 calories of meal lice. And if you get an excellent yield, you get 1,600 calories of meal lice and 2 mealwood seeds, which is what we need. But at the moment, because we've been in planter boxes, and quite frankly, I didn't realise sooner, we're not going to be able to. We're just not going to have enough meal wood. We're just trending downwards towards that. But this is the latest agricultural upgrade, so it's the first time I've experienced it, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much. I'm sure the comments will take care of that anyway. But, oh my god, I think we've, yep, there's obviously a problem there. We've dug through into this little bit here, and the polluted water is now dripping down, and oh my good grief, as you can see, it's going absolutely everywhere. But at least it's dripping down into this section, which is what we wanted. That's got no wire connected, but we will connect up with the electrical wire, like so. And then that will now be able to generate, or at least I hope it'll be able to generate some algae, and it says slime, so it'll be organic. Slime we've got, oh look at that, polluted dirt a little bit, algae only 3,000, but we've got 2 and a bit thousand of slime. So we should be able to generate some slime there, he says. But they're not doing it, I'm guessing because, yeah, we haven't done that. Once they get on that, they will. Sure, I've set that to level 9, they're just not hauling it for some reason. Is it because it's full? Yep, I think it is. Oh no, it should be fine. There is enough storage space. There is enough storage space, they're just not doing it. But there you go, that is now producing something. It doesn't actually require you to do anything with it, that. This thing just cracks on and it does it itself. You don't need to do anything. It just outputs horrible polluted water. And eventually a block of slime, a block of algae will kick out? Is that right? I really don't know. It just says, emitting algae 200 grams per second, using slime 600 grams a second, and emitting polluted water 400 grams a second. So it's 100% efficient. It's using 600 grams of slime, and it's outputting 200 grams of algae and 400 grams of water. So there's no losses whatsoever. That's interesting. And oh, there's some algae, look. Yes, we're actually getting some algae put on the floor. Very, very nice. Yeah. So that does work. And, oh, we've got a lot of polluted oxygen around here. I don't know why. Look at that. Polluted oxygen around there. Overall, it's breathable. Apart from where we produce all of this, which has always been a bit of a point of contention. And a bit of an issue. But, you know what? I think we will leave it there, and leave it there for this colony, for good or ill. Cycle 52, we have got a fairly large colony, as you can plainly see. It's got coal generators, it's got good storage, we have started to do the hydroponics. Sadly, that's going to be what kills us in the long term if we continued on, because essentially I can't grow enough food, or at least I can make these mush bars, but that's just compounding the problem of we're running out of algae. So yeah, I needed to jump on the hydroponic stuff a lot earlier than I did, and I think it was just a case of not sweeping up after ourselves, which means I really had to do the storage compactors, and that's, you know, took a lot of time. We had the stress overload, and it was just another compounding issue, one after another, and you know, problem my own making, but in the end, it came down to the hydroponic farms. But, have enjoyed the series. Hope you have enjoyed it too. I am definitely up for making another colony. Just probably going to give the game at least a couple more weeks or something like that before we come back to it. Either way, that has been a bit of Oxygen Not Included. As always, links are in the description, so you can check the game out yourself if you do so desire. If you have any suggestions, feedback, whatever for the next series when we do this, because we will be coming back to this, then by all means let me know and we will go from there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.